Okay, we are back to the beginning when I said that two factors make people love each other. First, admiration. The second is the gratitude. Uh, what do we mean by admiration? Admiration is a feeling, usually it's a pleasant feeling. We get it or it develops in ourselves when we meet a person in whom we can see all the beautiful qualities we love and we dream of for ourselves. If we are satisfied about ourselves, so we will admire those who resemble us. If not, or we are dreaming still of certain qualities of perfection, when we meet somebody who has these qualities evident in him, we admire him. And when you admire somebody or something, you value him. He becomes very valuable in your in your eyes and in your point of view. So when we admire somebody and we look at him in that way, actually this what makes the basis for more desire to know him, to mix with him, to hear his story, to uh, why we admire a certain person with certain characteristics. Actually, a human being is created in the image of God, the Creator. He is created, and there's a drive inside him, in him, to respect perfection and to dream of perfection. So when he meets somebody who has got some certain characteristics and of perfection, he admires him, he is attracted to him. Actually, as I said, we are attracted to those who are like ourselves as we like ourselves to be, not in the that's why we can say an intelligent person will admire and get attracted to an intelligent person. A strong personality person will be attracted and will admire somebody who resembles him. A shy person, I'm sure he will not admire or be attracted to another shy person. He will get attracted to the opposite. The opposite, who is outgoing person, who is not shy, who is self-affirmative. This shy person, he admires those who resemble him, but not in reality, who resemble him in his ideal self, in the self, in himself as he wishes it to be, as he dreams it to be. So we are attracted to those who resemble us. We are attracted to those who are not like us when we have certain qualities we don't like in ourselves. So we are attracted to those who have the opposite quality, who have the quality that we like, we love. So the other person becomes attractive to us when he resembles the idea in our mind of ourselves, the ideal self. You know, in psychology, they talk about real self, self as it is, myself as it is in reality, as I perceive it in reality, and my ideal self is myself as I like it to be. I dream of it to be. So when we meet others who are actually like our ideal selves, we are attracted to them and we admire them. When you admire somebody in this way, actually there is a mechanism in our minds called generalization. When you see somebody who has the beautiful and perfect attributes and characteristics, you dream of them for yourself, or you already have them and is very satisfied with yourself because you have such good qualities. When you meet him, you generalize, you see everything in him through these fantastic qualities you love in yourself or you dream of for yourself. When we generalize, the person we admire becomes an ideal person in our eyes. He becomes a perfect person in our eyes and perception. So always when we admire somebody and see him as the perfect person, perfect woman, the perfect man, he is the girl of our dreams, or she is the girl of my dreams, or he is the knight of her dreams. He is perfect. She is perfect in his eyes or her eyes. At that moment, we imagine that our happiness in this life will be with this person and only with this person. And we don't imagine another alternative, somebody else, somebody who can replaces this girl or this man. So we always have this conviction. My happiness will be with her. My happiness will be with him. In this case, he becomes very valuable for us. Admiration makes people valuable to each other. And when I have the conviction that my happiness in this life is will rely on my relationship with this man or this woman, with developing love relationship and living together in the future. This will make me keen to talk to him a lot, to see him a lot, to think about him a lot. And when we talk to each other in this stage, actually, each one will tell the other about himself, about his family, about his dreams for the future, for what are his projects, what plans for his life he has. So they come through this, a lot of talking, they come to know each other very well. Basically, they were two strangers. This is in most of the cases. Sometimes I love my cousin whom I knew before, but usually, generally, they are two strangers. He saw her in a class, or she saw him in a garden or park or whatever. They got attracted. They admired each other. They wanted to become husband and wife, but before that, the stage of idealization, when I look at the other person as an ideal human being, I am living the romantic love. Romantic love is a stage which is very sweet. We like it has its own pleasure. When you live the romance, it's beautiful. You feel life is really happy. And this romance and romantic Love pushes you to get to know the other very well and tell the other about yourself very well and very detailed. And this will make the two um, really know each other, because knowledge is very important for us to create a family. If I don't understand this lady very well, she doesn't understand me properly, we are prone to fail when we make a family. So knowledge, knowing each other is very important. Even for love, you cannot love somebody whom you don't know. So knowledge is very important. This romantic love attracts people and makes them get acquainted to each other. They understand each other to some good extent. Then they marry. When they marry, they also, there's a new component or new factor is uh, comes to existence, is when I marry her and I love her, the romantic love, I will have a strong motivation to take care of her, to please her, to give her what she wants, to protect her. These behaviors will make her feel very special for me. And she will feel also a very special woman. She will feel her femininity, and she will be very happy and very grateful to me because I am making her feel that beautiful, that complete person, complete woman. The opposite is also true. When she loves me and we are together as husband and wife, she also, when she does her best to please me, she shows me respect, she obeys me, obedience and respect, and that will make me feel a real man. That makes me feel manly and masculine. And these feelings are very rewarding, very pleasurable. Uh, every man likes to feel them, and opposite, every woman likes to feel that she is the most feminine woman in the world. These feelings, they come when we mix with each other as husband and wife, and when we know how to deal with each other, not to go into a conflict of power strife like many families go through. From the once they are married, each of them will try to have power on the other, to make the other under his command, and to push him to do things in my way. This will make our marriage unrewarding. It will not make us uh, get happiness from it, and that will affect how the future will be. When we succeed in pleasing each other in this marriage, actually, that new factor is added to admiration. It is gratitude, the feeling inside you when you feel obliged, when you feel thankful to the other person because he is giving you things you like, you want in this life. So, admiration and gratitude. Actually, the admiration, according to psychologists, was built on a delusion or an illusion. What is the delusion? Is that this person is perfect. He is perfect. He is flawless. He has no defects, nothing wrong with him. And this is a kind of delusion because when you see a young woman or a young man who are in romantic love, and you warn him, take care, he is bad, he is criminal. The lover will not listen to you. It's like a delusion, actually, in deluded patients. He will not believe you. He will find excuses and insist that my beloved is perfect. He is good. He is repairable, at least. Yani, he is addict, she says, I will treat him. I will help him get treatment. But why do you want to start with somebody who is defected and needs repair? This is romantic love, makes us think the other person is perfect or near to perfect, and easily we can get him to perfectionism, and that's what makes us يعني catch on him, want this person, and we stop look considering other يعني lovers. This is the first delusion. The second is that our happiness will be only with this person. Okay, these delusions actually, when we get married, the halo, the perfectionism, يعني, perception of this man or woman starts to erode little by little. When I, in the morning, see her with her hair not combed, and she doesn't look that fresh or smiling, also the same, or when we do other things that will make our perfection be under reconsideration, that in which we look ordinary, we look normal persons, not perfect persons. This will change the way I look at my beloved wife, or she looks at me, and gradually we see each other as we really are, not as we want us to be. Yani when I see my wife as a perfect feminine, I see her as I want her to be. But after months of marriage, and actually after the sexual relationship, which ends usually with an orgasm, a lot of the halo fades, and I see the other person as I see him. يعني I see the real person in him. I don't see the image which was in my mind of him. I see him. I see his reality. This will make the admiration less, unless gratitude and other يعني qualities interfere and raises up the admiration again. Love gradually, when gratitude comes and is formed and is felt inside me and inside her, with admiration or whatever remained of our admiration of each other, this will make a new basis, or a basis for a new kind of love. It won't be that romantic. It won't depend on idealizing the other person and seeing him as the perfect lover. It will depend on my gratitude to him and my admiration also of him together. That a new kind of love, it's not full of emotions like the romantic love, but it's a stronger love. Actually, psychologists consider it This is the real love. They say the romantic stage is just the stage of falling in love. The later one, which they call it the companionate love, the love of companions, which is less romantic, but they say it is more realistic. It will live much longer, and it will help the couples start their life. She will try to have a children, he will go back to his job, and they will live their lives properly without being distracted by the romantic feelings and the desire to be with each other all the time. Actually, as I said, we are people with each are similar and are not similar. In psychology, the similarity is one proven factor of attraction between people in general and between lovers in particular. So the similar persons get attracted. I told you we are not attracted to the person who always like us. We're attracted to those who resemble us in the qualities we have and we are pleased to have it. So they resemble us in what we love in ourselves, or they resemble us in what we dream of for ourselves. And that will make the rule of similarity actually a valid one, but not always the similarity. A woman will be attracted and a man will be very attracted to a woman, although they are not similar. He is a man, she is a woman. Here comes the concept of complementarity. When she is a woman, I meet her, I admire her, we love each other, we make a family. We become complementary. She completes me and I complete her. She has got things I don't have and I like to have, but I don't want to change. I'm happy with my gender. I am a man, I want to remain a man. So, how to own uh, other qualities um, that I want to for myself, but I don't want to change my self or my gender. This will come through the love relationship and a successful marital life when we get married to the proper person, and when we know how to take care of our marriage, to take care of our love. Our love and marriage are like a beautiful plant you brought to your living room. Okay, it's beautiful, and if you don't irrigate it with water, it will die. It will become weaker and die. Also, love between two persons, husband and wife, and the marriage itself should be irrigated to remain viable and to continue in its presence, to be satisfying, to give us the real happiness we want on this life. So, as I said, people of who are similar get attracted. People who are complementary get attracted. That's why the strongest love relationship is the relationship of a woman with a wife. in love between a man and a woman. This is the strongest kind of love or relationship or attachment that human beings go through and enjoy in this life. So, uh, even when the relationship is not a healthy one, for example, a man who is domineering, who is abusing, he the relationship with a normal wife will not succeed. But his relationship with a dependent wife who will accept whatever from him, whatever abuse, just to remain with him, feeling secure with him, this will make this bad relationship succeed. So the normal and the abnormal, complementarity is very important, similarity is very important. Um, Actually, there is one very major point which make us attracted to the similar and to the complementary person. God Almighty created us, men and women. He, in animals, in the animal world, always a beauty is given for the male, and the strength is given for the female. That's why the female who are the workers in whatever animal society, and the males are just protectors and leaders. But God created the human being in the opposite way. He gave the strength to the man, to the male, and he gave the beauty to the woman. He put in our souls, in ourselves, the desire to value beauty, to wish to own it, to have it for ourselves. And the female, which we should not deny it, she is not the strong kind of a human being. She is weaker, muscular weakness compared to the male partner. She also wants his strength. He is powerful. She wants this strength to get protection. He will protect her. He will also suffice her needs. He will nourishes her. He will bring her what she needs of things, she and her children of him, of course. So these two creatures whom God created, they were created different, but still they get very attracted to each other, and their relationship is the best relationship between two human beings, and it will last for the longest time between any two human beings. So this beauty in the woman, I love to have it for myself, but I don't want to become a woman. Even men respect the beauty and love the beauty of women and value it very much, but they never like to be considered a woman. It is a kind of abuse. If you tell a man you are a woman, it is abuse. You are referring to weakness, while men, in reality, they are born and reared up and grow up in love with power, They want always to feel powerful. So a woman also the same. Women, they respect the power of the man. They want it for themselves because for them it's a source of safety and security, but they don't want to change Those who want to change are having their abnormal issues, but the normal people do not want to change. She is a beautiful woman. She wants to remain a woman and a beautiful, but she wants the power of a man to be hers. To be hers how? When they love each other, when he loves her, she feels secure because his power will protect her. His power will help him bring food and things for her and her children, as we just said. So, the differences here, there are factors to make the male and female complementary. They complete each other, and they call it also that their love will expand themselves. She is a woman, but has a man with her who is dedicated for her protection and nourishing and whatever. She is also beautiful. She is dedicated for this man. She obeys him. He feels very lucky to have such a beautiful creature for himself. So, uh, when a man sees a beautiful woman, he, as I said, overestimates her value and feels a strong desire to possess her beauty. If not literally possessing, now it's no more slavery. Nobody can possess another person in literal possession, but the man can possess her symbolically through love and sex. Through sex, people feel that they possess the other, especially men, when they have sex with a woman, they feel that he has possessed her. She is his. Thus, we are attracted to others as because they resemble us and because they complete us. Marital life brings together those who are similar and those who are complementary, so that a person may feel comfortable befriending someone who resembles him and may be comfortable befriending someone who completes him. For example, we said it, a woman uh, is attracted to a spouse and marries him, although he is not completely similar to her. um, the relationship between the two lovers, man and woman, goes, as we mentioned, through two stages. The first is the romantic love, which is based on an illusion, or call it a delusion. It's based on something which not true, conviction which is not true, but it it is the magnet that makes them attracted to each other and pulled to each other, and may so they can build the basis for the real love, as they call it. Actually, myself, I don't agree with these psychologists who say romantic love is not love. It's only falling in love, and the companionate love is the real love. Both are love, but romantic love is a kind of love based on admiration. If the admired person remains attractive at the same level, if my admiration for you does not fade or is not going away, I will remain romantic with you. So romance is the love, but it's the kind of love based on uh, admiration, based on idealization. When I see only your يعني, good qualities, good characters. So the other love, which is the companionate love, is the love which is formed when we give each other, when we please each other, when we make each other happier, when we help each other achieve his goals in life. He wants to become a leader in his field. She wants to have beautiful children. She rears them up and they become doctors and engineers or whatever. So he helps her to achieve her goals and she helps him to achieve his goals. And that will make each other grateful, thankful, and uh, love each other in in because when somebody does you something good, the normal person who is not a psychopath or a bad person will feel the desire to reward the one who gave him or who was benevolent with him, who was helpful, who showed him love and respect. So love is built on uh, admiration and gratitude. Over the years, these two factors are not stable between husband and wife. Admiration might fade, or it might remain, or it might increase if she succeeds in uh, obtaining new characters that will make him more admiring her. The opposite also, the gratitude. Gratitude is not fixed. It depends on how you deal with me, how you treat me, how you are with me. If you are يعني, just, if you don't wrong me, if you don't take my money, if you yes, I will remain grateful to you. But if you are bad with me, I will not be grateful unless I am stupid. So gratitude is prone to become less. It's prone to become more over the years, and that will make my love for my wife less or more, or it will remain stable. So gratitude and admiration together determine how much I love you, will determine how long my love will remain, yani really will remain love. When you do bad things to me, it turns to anger, and anger gradually becomes hatred, and you will lose my love. The opposite for me also. So there is one idea here, very important. When you want a husband and wife, for example, or two lovers to return to each other and to love each other again, we need two things. First, the offending party, the husband or wife who is doing bad things that makes the other unhappy, this offender should stop abusing the other. Without it, no more love will be formed. They cannot return to their old love. And if this man or woman uh, reforms himself and becomes normal or in his relationship with the offended wife or husband, unless the offended party forgives and pardons the wrongdoer, there will never be love again. So it will be refraining from abusing the other, and it will be forgiving the one who abused me. These two factors are very necessary, very important conditions for love to return after difficulties in the relationship. Uh, Actually, there is an Arabic poem. One of the verses say, "Be kind to people, and you will enslave their hearts. They will, their hearts will become like your slaves when you are kind to them, because uh, people have always been enslaved by good favors, except for psychopaths and bad people. The majority are good. And when you do good things to the good people, you will enslave their hearts. They will become very loyal and loving. So there is some factor also, something very important in marriage. Whenever you read about marriage, they say, well, marriage is important for producing offspring, children, and the uh, species continue in existence. And this is true, but it is not the important part of it. Allah, our Creator, says that He created us, male and female, and put in us the desire to have to be with each other, so we can find tranquility and peace of the mind with each other. It's not to have children. Children will come. Those who cannot have children, they can have the main cause, the main game, the main goal of marriage, which is tranquility and peacefulness of the heart and of the self. God says, and among his signs in the word is that he created for you mates from among yourselves. So we are human. I am a man, he created a woman for me, or the opposite. So he made us couples, he made us uh, two mates, different, a man and a woman, so that you will find the tranquility in them, in the other mates. He says he, about himself, has placed between you affection and mercy. So in the Quran, always the relationship between believers in general, between a man and a woman, always it is affection and mercy. It's mutual love and mercy. So this, how, when God says, I made it, affection and mercy between you, between each other of you, although you are different. Actually, if we think about it, you have to pay attention for some differences which are purposeful between man and woman. For example, uh, my wife, she is beautiful, but if she grows a beard, this will stop my attraction, will affect my love, and also if a man develops breasts, the same. If we are the same, that's why it's don't believe that a man loves a man sexually like a man loves a woman. I've seen many cases of this absolute homosexuality, and some of them, they have the psychology of women. They love the other, but it will never be the same like love between a man and woman. Why? Because they are similar, very similar, and similarity induces competition between the similars. And competition can be a basis for kind of hostility. So that's why when you hear about two doctors, two farmers, who are the same job, there will always be competition between them. But between the different, there can be love and affection. And that's why Islam discouraged men and discouraged women from dressing up like the other gender, or from talking in the way the other gender, or from whatever makes you look like her or makes her look like you. So this is an important factor in creating people and making them having affection and mercy. Because mercy, what is mercy? Actually, mercy when your heart is clear of hostility. It's clear. You don't want any harm to affect the other person, so you have mercy for him. Affection, this is the attraction and willing to be with each other, and so and so. So when I said gratitude is built on how we deal with each other, especially how a woman respects her husband and makes him feel he is the man, makes him feel his manhood, his masculinity properly. I remember a lady who was highly educated and who had a good post in a government where I worked before. She came to me and she told me about her husband. He is a big command in police. She told me after these years he married his secretary, who is not beautiful at all. Then we discussed things and we found that this woman is not giving him the chance to be the man at home. She is, as sometimes it's said, she puts on the trousers. She does everything. She leads the family. When he found a woman who obeys him and who shows him, makes him feel he is her man, he loved her and he got married to her. So this is the same when we are both different sexes, but when we follow the instructions of our religion to deal with each other in a way that will make us continue as attracted to each other, continue having a gratitude and admiration of each other. And so we continue loving each other. When we succeed in this, you are astonished to see the best love is between an old man and an old woman. They are no more sexually attractive, maybe no more able to do any sex, but the relationship, the attachment is stronger and stronger. And it happens that he dies, and after a few days she dies. So this is not on depending on the looks. It depends on the relationship, on the love itself, love for the person, not for the looks of him. Uh, Something very important when we talk in Islam about obedience of the female, the woman to the male. This will make many women get angry. Why should I be the one who obeys? Why shouldn't he also obey me? Actually, God says, وَلَيْسَ الذَّكَرُ كَالْأُنثَى. Male is not like female. They are not like, they are not completely alike. Yes, we are of the same root. We are brothers and sisters in humanity, but we are different also. So a man will never be pleased to get orders from his wife, but he will be very pleased if he is happy with her to to know what she loves, what she likes, what she dreams of, and to work hard to achieve that for her. A very famous phrase or sentence said by a Bedouin Arab woman long ago, and it was recorded in books. She told her daughter, who was getting ready to join her husband, she told her this sentence: be his female slave. Be his female slave, and he will be your male slave. And this, it doesn't look, in the beginning, it doesn't look comprehensible, or it doesn't look any logic, but actually observations do prove that this is true. When my wife is obedient to me, doesn't wait till I get angry and my voice goes high and to obey me, I will be very grateful to her. And when I know she wants to have a piece of jewelry, or she wants to have something, whatever, I will do my best to get it for her just to please her. Unconsciously, I'm rewarding her because she pleased me. And when she obeyed me, she made me feel comfortable and secure about my masculinity, about my manlyhood. And I feel like to reward her. It's the opposite also. When we please each other, there will be unconscious drive and desire to reward the other and to please him or please her. There is one point still remaining in my lecture. Women, the most frequent complaint I heard from women, from wives, is that my husband doesn't talk to me, doesn't talk much. He is most of the time silent with his newspaper, following the news on TV, and going out with his friends. So when the husband comes home and on his face it's clear he is worried about something, he is having some difficulties at work, his wife always, out of love, asks him, what's on, what's there, what's on your mind, why are you look unhappy? The usual answer is, there is nothing. The husband denies having any issues troubling him. So he says there is nothing. His wife be- becomes in real pain because she feels that her husband is treating her like a stranger because he does not reveal his secrets or he doesn't complain to her about his concerns. She is comparing what he does with what she does when she is having issues of concern or troubling her. When she is troubled by something, she will search to find the best woman or the best person she loves and she trusts and will sit all over the phone, over the net, will spend a lot of time telling her or telling him about her difficulties. When this happens, actually, uh, doesn't mean she is telling her friend or her relative or her husband even because she wants their help. She, she doesn't want help from anybody unless she asks you frankly that I need your help. Tell me what to do. Help me with this. But if she just tells you about her difficulties, she just wants of you to listen to her with empathy and sympathy and encouragement. She doesn't want you to solve her problems. And this what happens when women, wives, tell their husbands about their issues. Husbands are very quick in suggesting solutions. She doesn't want solutions. She wants you to listen. The opposite is with the husbands. Husbands are by nature they يعني consider and respect power and strength and independence. They want to feel independent. They want to feel not in need for others unless it's really important. So they never talk about their issues to others because they consider talking to others about their troubling things is an indirect asking or request for help. They don't want to help. Yeah, it's very there's an example which is true when he is driving in somewhere and searching for a certain address. His wife is with him. She will tell him, ask this man. He will postpone asking till he is he loses hope that he will reach to that place without help. So this is the nature of man. Man, when he is having difficulties, he goes into silence. He doesn't want to feel dependent on others, while women are different. So when your husband comes home and he looks unhappy and he prefers not to tell anything, just be patient, give him a chance to think about his problems. He will think about it silently and he will manage. And if he needs your help, he will ask you your help. So these are things which husband and wife should consider to help make their marital life happy and full of understanding. Actually, I always say it, the worst thing in our culture, in the culture of the 20th, 21st centuries, is that we prepare people at schools, we prepare the students for many things in life, but we forget to prepare them for uh, how to become a good husband and wife, how to become a good parent, father and mother, and how to be a good lover. So these things are never taught, are never educated in schools, and they are very, very important for our lives, uh, everywhere and anywhere and any time. So what I pray to God is that I will see some ministries of education, some uh, adopting certain programs to teach our children, our youngsters, not the children, our teenagers, how to live a happy marital life, happy parental roles. And this is the end of it. Thank you very much for listening.